Rogers Radio Show. Yes, folks, it's the Roy Rogers Radio Show for the whole family. Adventure, suspense, mystery, and music. Starring Roy Rogers, King of the Cowboys, and Dale Evans, Queen of the West, with Pat Brady, the Mellow Men, and an all-star cast. And now, here to greet you with a song and a story are Roy and Dale.
Zip-A-Dee-Do-Dah, Zip-A-Dee-Day. My, oh my, what a wonderful day.
Well, good evening, folks. Greetings again to the whole family. There's a very interesting story connected with Zip-A-Dee-Do-Dah, and it happened a while back when Dale and Pat and I went up Michigan way to take part in a rodeo. You know, Michigan is a wonderful state. They call it the land of 1,000 lakes, and the fishing up there, well, some of the biggest muskies in the world have been caught within the sight of Detroit's skyline. I suppose you all know it's the automotive center of the world, but on this particular trip, we weren't thinking about automobiles. We were worried about a horse, one horse in particular. The clowns in the rodeo had just finished their comedy roping act, and the announcer was introducing Trigger.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. The three-star rodeo and Wild West show proudly presents one of the greatest equine performers in the world. And here he is, that famous, gorgeous, golden palomino, Roy Rogers' own horse, Trigger! Ladies and gentlemen, perhaps Trigger didn't hear me. Well, we'll try again. That famous, gorgeous, golden palomino, Roy Rogers' own horse, Trigger!
Roy, what's the matter? Where's Trigger? Why doesn't he make his entrance?
Well, I don't know, Dale. Something must have gone wrong. Come on, hurry.
He's not in the entrance.
Let's try the stall.
Oh.
Pat, what is it?
What happened, Pat?
Oh, my head. Two guys, Roy. They hit me over the head and stole Trigger.
Mr. Brady, try to remember.
I am trying, but I don't remember nothing, Lieutenant.
Pat, didn't you get a good look at those men before they slugged you?
I told the lieutenant that I didn't, Dale. They snuck up behind me.
And you didn't see them at all?
Roy, the only thing I saw were stars.
Lieutenant, hasn't there been any word? Didn't anyone see those men?
Not anyone we've found so far, Miss Evans. But my men are still questioning everyone on the rodeo grounds.
Well, they must have had a van that they loaded Trigger into. Somebody might have seen that.
Yeah, I know. We're checking the gatemen on both sides of the grounds now.
What I can't understand is why anyone would want to steal Trigger.
Yeah, he's so well known. They couldn't put him to work in a circus or a rodeo without him being recognized.
Well, they might change the color of his coat by dyeing him, Pat.
Yeah, but even if they did, that Trigger's a one-man horse. You know it ain't everybody that can make him do tricks.
Is that right, Mr. Rogers?
Yes, he's been trained that way.
Well, would you mind giving me the names of the people that could put him through his paces?
Not at all. Let's see, there's Bill Roberts. He's a handler out in California. And Bert Merton.
Is, Mr. Merton here at the rodeo?
Yes, he is. He's been helping me teach Trigger some new tricks, and he also announces the show. Oh, here he comes now.
Roy?
Yes, Bert? What is it?
I was talking to a guard over at the East Gate. He remembers a van pulling out right after the intermission.
That's when it happened.
Said it was a big horse van and it was going fast.
Well, did he get a look at the men inside of it?
No, he didn't. He waited for it to stop, but they didn't even slow down.
Did you get a description of the van?
I did better than that.
Huh?
The gate man got the license number.
How long will it take to check that license number, Lieutenant?
We should be hearing back from headquarters any time now.
Do they have that information downtown?
No, but they have a direct wire to DMV at Lansing. They'll run a make on the license number there.
DMV.
It stands for Department of Motor Vehicles, Dale.
Oh.
Hey, Lieutenant,
Yes, Pat, what is it?
better get over to your car. Your radio's squawking like mad.
Okay, thanks, I will.
Roy, I want you to do something for me.
Well, sure, Dale, if I can. What is it?
Take off your guns. Leave them here.
Oh, but they...
Please, Roy. I know how much Trigger means to you. And I know how mad you are at the men who've taken him. So please, leave your guns here. For me.
Well, okay, Dale. Sure.
Well, Roy, we got a lead.
Yes?
DMV reports that the license number is registered to Paul L. Gillen of 324 Cummings Road.
Well, let's get out there.
Yeah, there's just one thing wrong.
What's that, Lieutenant?
The license was issued to a black 1952 four-door sedan.
Lieutenant, there's 324 Cummings Road.
Yes, looks like a farm.
Well, there doesn't seem to be anybody around.
You don't suppose it could be deserted, do you, Roy?
I don't think so, Dale. Look, there's a car by the side of the house.
Yeah, and it's a black four-door sedan.
Well, let's see if anyone's inside.
Get down, quick!
Could you see where it came from, Roy?
From the house, Lieutenant.
Roy, look. There's a man standing in the doorway with a gun.
I told you before, I ain't gonna sell. I'll get off the property before I shoot where it'll do some good.
What do you mean he ain't gonna sell? We don't want to buy nothing.
Hold your fire. We're here on police business. Lieutenant, I'm going to talk to him.
Be careful, Roy.
That's just about far enough, mister. Stop right there.
Well, would you mind pointing that gun in the other direction?
No, sir, that gun stays pointed where it is, and it's gonna go off if you try to serve me any papers.
Papers?
Now, don't play dumb with me, son. I ain't aiming to give up this land for no freeway without a fight.
Well, I'm afraid you're a little mixed up. My name's Roy Rogers, and we're trying to find a horse.
Now, that's a likely story. Son, you ought to be able to think up a better one than that. You ought... Roy Rogers?
That's right.
I thought you was a real cowboy. How come you let a horse throw you?
He didn't throw me.
Now, son, listen, you don't apologize. Best of us get thrown now and then. Don't let it bother you. Yes, as my pappy used to say, it don't make no never mind whether you won or lost. It's how you played the game.
Mr. Gillen, I wasn't thrown. Somebody stole my horse.
So, you mean somebody rustled Trigger?
That's right.
Well, why didn't you say so? How come you're looking for him out here?
Well, it seems the license plate issued to you was on the van the thieves used.
You call me a horse thief? Why, where I come from, a man be taken out and lynched for that. Ooh, license plates, you say?
Yes, sir. I didn't say you stole the horse, and don't get itchy with that gun.
License plate, you say?
That's right.
Well, now, it just could be. Come on up, son. Step around the other side of the house. I'll show you. There it is.
Yeah, a black four-door sedan. But it's jacked up on blocks.
Yep, belongs to my son. Been there just like it ever since he went to the Army.
Hey, the license plate's missing.
Yeah, I noticed that about 2-3 weeks ago.
Well, didn't you report it?
Report it?
To the police.
I don't have no truck with the law, son. They've been trying to get me off my property for days. They just keep trying to serve papers on me.
But this has nothing to do with your property. You should have reported the theft of the plates right away. You can't drive a car without license plates.
Can't drive a car with or without a license. I never learned.
So far, the police admit they have no clues that might lead to the recovery of Roy Rogers' horse, Trigger. However, all efforts are being made and rural areas are being combed for the Golden Palomino. If you have seen a horse answering the following description, please contact
Okay,
police
Pat, turn it
headquarters.
off.
Roy, you've got to eat something. Sitting around this hotel room and moping isn't going to do any good.
I know, Dale. It's just that I can't figure out why anyone would want to steal Trigger. I'll get it. Hello?
Mr. Rogers,
Yes?
hold the phone, Mr. Rogers, and listen.
Trigger.
Roy, what is it?
You hear that, Rogers?
Yes, I heard it.
You think a lot of that horse, don't you, Rogers?
You know I do.
Good. Sometimes horses can be more valuable than human beings. They don't hang you for kidnapping a horse.
What do you want? How do I get him back?
One question at a time, Rogers. Your phone may be bugged by the cops. I can't take a chance on them tracing the call. You'll get a letter in a few minutes. It'll tell you how to get the horse back. All it's going to cost you is $25,000.
Pretty smart. Pretty smart.
Well, it's a new pickup routine.
It sure is.
Hey, what's the letter say, Roy?
Well, it orders me to instruct my bank to wire $25,000 to the Central American Exchange Bank in Bolindo to be deposited to the account of Bartholomew C. White.
Bolindo? Where's that?
It's in Central America, Pat.
Yes, and that country doesn't recognize extradition.
Extra edition? What's their newspaper got to do with it?
Pat, it's a law.
A law? That newspapers have to put out extra editions?
No, Pat. Extradition. It means that once this man reaches Bolindo, he's safe. He can't be returned to this country for prosecution.
The money will already be there, and there won't be a thing we can do to him.
Yeah, Dale's right. We've got to find him while he's still in this country.
Well, I don't see how. He won't release Trigger until he receives word from the bank in Bolindo that the money has been deposited.
I'll try to contact the State Department. Maybe they can wire the bank and get some information on Bartholomew C. White.
Well, it's a pretty long shot, Lieutenant. Anyway, why would that country cooperate when they have no treaty with the United States?
I don't know that they will. I only thought...
Besides, didn't they give you a time limit, Roy?
Yeah, 2 days. The letter says the above transaction can be accomplished by cable in not more than 2 days. Unless I receive word that the money is on deposit by then, don't expect to see your horse again.
Well, of all the... Oh, those horse nappers.
Aren't you finished yet?
Just one more spot on his flank.
Okay, I'll do it.
Hey, look out! Look out! Better let me handle him, Bart. That horse don't seem to like you. I wonder why.
Never mind the sarcasm. Just slap that die on him and let's get back in the house.
Okay. I sure got to hand it to you, Bart. Not everybody had thought of stealing a horse. Not in these days.
Yeah, half the states don't even have a law against it anymore. It's, what do they call it again? Obsolete.
The best part is the way we collect the payoff.
Yeah. I guess maybe I must be a genius.
Okay, Trigger. You are now no longer a Golden Palomino. You are just a plain brown horse.
Good. I just put the rest of the dye in the corner. Hey, how long does it take to dry?
Not long. How soon you reckon we'll hear from the bank?
Well, if Rogers did like he was told, we ought to get a phone call late today. Tomorrow morning at the latest.
You don't suppose he'll cross us?
Who, Rogers? With that horse's life at stake? No, I don't think he'll cross us. Not unless he wants a dead horse.
Just think, Bart. This time next week, we'll be living like kings and good old... Hey.
What's that?
It's Trigger. Come on.
He's laying down. What's the matter with him?
Trigger, boy, what's the matter? Come on, boy, get up.
Trigger, why's you stretched out like that? Hey, Slim, do something.
Ain't nothing I can do. I ain't no vet.
You mean you're sick?
I ain't never seen a sicker one. You reckon the dye could have
I don't know. Well, what's the difference?
Oh, now, Bart, you can't just stand there and let the horse die.
Shut up. Let me think.
We better call a vet right away.
You out of your mind?
Yeah, but the vet wouldn't know it's Trigger, not dyed up brown like this.
I don't know. I don't see it matters much about the horse once we get the money.
Bart, it does matter. If we don't return this horse safe and sound, Rogers will get us. He'll get us if he has to follow us all over the world. Oh, he's having a convulsion. Hey, Bart, let me call a vet, please. Please, Bart, please. Doc, he's about the sickest horse I ever did see.
Can you fix him up, Doc?
I'm not sure.
Why? What's the matter with him?
Has he ever been sick like this before?
Well, we don't know. You
No.
see...
Strange.
What?
I can't find anything wrong with him. But he sure looks sick. Hand me my bag, please.
I'll get it, Doc.
What are you going to do?
Give him a shot.
Phone's ringing, Bart.
Okay, I'll get it. You stay here.
Hand me that bottle of alcohol, please.
You ain't aiming to feed him alcohol.
Of course not. Just sterilize the spot where I'll insert the needle.
Roy, are you sure this isn't another wild goose chase?
No, I'm not, Dale. But we've got to follow every lead we get.
There's a dog and cat hospital up ahead, Roy.
Okay, Pat. Come on. Dr. Carson?
Yes?
I'm Roy Rogers.
Oh, come in, come in.
This is Dale Evans and Pat Brady.
How do you do,
folks?
Doctor?
Of course, I don't know for sure if that horse I looked at was Trigger or not, but I thought I'd better call you.
Well, could you describe the horse, Doctor?
Yes, stands about 15'2", I figure. A big chestnut.
Chestnut? But Trigger isn't a chestnut. He's a Palomino.
I know. That's what made me suspicious.
Well, just what happened, Doctor?
Well, like I told you on the phone, I heard about your horse being stolen, and when I first saw this sick animal...
Sick?
Sick?
Oh, just wait till I get my hands on them crooks.
Quiet, Pat. Go ahead, Doctor.
Well, when I went to give him a shot and wiped a piece of cotton soaked with alcohol across his coat, well, the chestnut brown came off.
You mean it was dye?
Yes, and underneath, his coat is blonde. He could be a Palomino.
Trigger, boy, I'm sorry.
You can stop being sorry, Slim.
What do you mean?
I just got a phone call.
From Belindo?
Yeah. $25,000 has been deposited to the account of one Bartholomew C. White.
Well, partner, what are we waiting for? Wait a minute. I left the stall open.
Don't worry about it. The way he's acting, he ain't going to live much longer. Good thing we packed up last night.
Yeah, we can just about make the 10:30 plane.
Hey!
Huh?
Hey, look!
What?
Somebody just turned in off the main road.
Well, there ain't room for us to get by him. You want me to back up?
I don't know. It may be the vet.
That ain't no vet. It's a police car.
Back up! Hurry! Get to the house. We'll fight it from there.
Bart, look out. It's the horse.
No, get back!
He's trying to keep us away from the house.
Get away, you crazy horse! Get away! Bart, look out! Get away! Get back! Get back! Get back, horse! Rogers! Rogers, call this crazy horse of yours off!
Okay, Trigger. Okay, Trigger. That's enough.
Well, Roy, now that we got those horse snappers,
We got the horse snappers, Pat.
well, you know what I mean. Now that Trigger's got the horse snappers, what I want to know is, what was he so sick from? Did he eat something?
Nope.
Well, what was wrong with him, Roy?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
Nothing. What do you...
Oh, the vet that examined him said he appeared to be a very sick horse.
That's right. He only appeared to be sick.
Oh, for goodness sake. Stop playing games and tell us what happened. Was he sick or wasn't he?
No, he wasn't. Trigger, over here, boy. Watch this. Okay, Trigger, dead horse.
Well,
Look
what
at
do you
him.
know?
Why, Roy, I've never seen him do that trick before.
He's never done it before. He gave his premier performance for those two crooks, and it worked. Okay, boy, up. Trigger, up.
Roy, he's not getting up. He really is sick.
Trigger, what's the matter?
Where does it hurt, boy? Tell old Pat.
Trigger, oh, gee, Roy, call the vet.
We better get a vet quick.
Oh, he was only kidding.
What a character.
What a performer.
What a horse. And, folks, that's the story I'm always reminded of whenever I hear the song Zip-A-Dee-Do-Dah.
Zip-A-Dee-Do-Dah, Zip-A-Dee-Yay. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine heading my way. Zip-A-Dee-Do-Dah, Zip-A-Dee-Yay. Mr. Bluebird on my shoulder. It's a truth, it's actual. Everything is satisfaction. Zip-A-Dee-Do-Dah, Zip-A-Dee-Yay. Wonderful feeling, wonderful day.
Zip-A-Dee-Do-Dah, Zip-A-Dee-Yay. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine heading my way. Zip-A-Dee-Do-Dah, Zip-A-Dee-Yay. Mr. Bluebird on my shoulder. It's the truth, it's actual. Everything is satisfaction. Zip-A-Dee-Do-Dah, Zip-A-Dee-Yay. Wonderful feeling, wonderful day.
Zip-A-Dee-Do-Dah, Zip-A-Dee-Yay. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine heading my way. Zip-A-Dee-Do-Dah, Zip-A-Dee-Yay. Mr. Bluebird on my shoulder. It's the truth, it's actual. Everything is satisfaction. Zip-A-Doo-Dah, Zip-A-Dee-Yay. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Zip-A-Doo-Dah, Zip-A-Dee-Yay. Wonderful feeling, wonderful day. Wonderful day, wonderful day. Zip-A-Dee, Zip-A-Dee,
That's all for now, folks. This is Roy Rogers saying to all of you from all of us, goodbye, good luck, and may the good Lord take a liking to you. See you next week.
You've been listening to The Roy Rogers Show, starring Roy Rogers, King of the Cowboys, and Dale Evans, Queen of the West, with Pat Brady, the Mellow Men, and an all-star cast. Be sure to be with us again next week at the same time. This is the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.